Hello and welcome to the lecture on Principal Component Analysis. Principal Component Analysis, or PCA, is basically a machine learning technique which is the answer to the quintessential problem of machine learning, that is overfitting. Generally, in the training phase of a model, if we feed it a lot of attributes, or if we give it quite a large number of features, the resultant model will be confused and therefore will be overfitted. PCA is the answer to this quintessential problem of overfitting. Now, what actually does PCA do? This line, or let us say this function, or let us say this model or hypothesis of ours, this has been generated and this model has been trained on some data. Fine. Now, as we can clearly see in this model, there is an attempt to best fit all the points. This model or this hypothesis is trying to reach all the points so that it best fits all the points. It is almost satisfying all the points, as we can see. This is a clear case of overfitting. In underfitting, exactly the opposite is going to happen, and the model and the actual output, they will not overlap. That is, the hypothesis does not model the data well. This is what we have to tackle, to reduce the reach of the model to each and every point so that the model can be generalized. And this is the objective of PCA. PCA basically attempts to generalize a model. Now, how does PCA do that? PCA will basically deal with dimensionality reduction. It is going to reduce the dimensionality of our problem. Now, we have discussed in length already in the previous lecture about dimensionality reduction, wherein we discussed that in dimensionality reduction, we will reduce the number of features and attributes that we will give to our model in the training phase. Now, how can we drop the number of features, or how can we drop the number of attributes? There are n number of ways to achieve this dimensionality reduction, and most of these techniques can be clustered into one of the two classes: feature elimination and feature extraction. Now, feature elimination is we reduce the feature space by eliminating the features altogether. Say if we have n features, we bring down our features from n to n minus k. We eliminate certain features. Let us say, for example, you want to predict what the GDP of India for 2020 is going to be. To predict this, you have lots of information available. The GDP for the first quarter of 2020, the GDP for the year 2019, 2018, and so on. You have some publicly available economic indicators, maybe unemployment rate or inflation rate, and so on. You may also have census data from 2010 onwards, estimating how many Indians work in each type of industry. Some Indian survey data updating those estimates in between each of the census. You could also maybe gather stock price data or the number of IPOs occurring in the year, etc. There's so many variables that you could be, basing your model on. Now, despite being an overwhelming number of variables to consider, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because in real life problems, one might have to deal with, a much larger number of variables, all of which might seem very, very relevant to you. But we have to choose variables from amongst them. As in the GDP example above, instead of considering every single variable, we might drop certain variables, except the probably 2 or 3 that we think will best predict India's GDP. Now, which variables should we drop? Which features or variables to be eliminated from the model? This is the question. There will be advantages to feature elimination. There will be disadvantages to feature elimination as well. Similarly, there are going to be certain advantages to feature extraction, which is going to, prove that feature extraction will be a little superior in terms of, output, or in terms of the accuracy of prediction, etc., than feature elimination. The advantages of feature elimination method includes its simplicity and maintaining the interpretability of our variables. As a disadvantage, you gain no information from those variables that you will drop. By eliminating the features, we will also entirely eliminate any benefits that those variables might have brought with them. Feature extraction, however, will not run into this problem. Right? But if we start doing feature extraction, the question will be again, which features to retain in our model and which ones to drop, because we are trying to now extract features and not randomly drop them. We will essentially want to drop the least essential ones, that is the attributes or features which will least affect our model, and we would want to retain the features that our model will most depend on.